Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use GarageBand on your iPad. So firstly what you do is you just tap on the icon, and if you've never used GarageBand before, then it should come up with a little bit of a tutorial about how to use it. I'm going to show you just the basics of GarageBand for the iPad. So this is where you would see all your different projects that you've made. I haven't made any at the moment, or if I have, I've deleted them. The top left hand corner you can see a plus icon, so I'm going to hit on that plus icon and I'm going to create a new song. It does have a couple of different tracks that I can add. I like to use the voice recorder, uses my own voice or that from a microphone that I've plugged into the iPad, or if I knew how to play an instrument I can select any one of the instruments that they have here. I'm going to select the voice recorder. There are more options here, but you can do everything within the actual selection itself. As well as at the top you can see live loops. If you tap on live loops, it does come up with some music that you can add pre-installed into the GarageBand app. But again, even if I hit tracks, it's all included. It does not really matter which one that you select. So now I've gone into voice and you can see a cute little chipmunk. I can change that voice to a different sound effect if I would like. As you can see here, it says point your iPad towards the sound you want to record, then tap the record button above to begin. So I've got the chipmunk, I've got the space machine, I've got just my own voice if I just want perfect sound there, extreme tuning, monster, little robot voice. So again, just fiddle with the different tools, the different buttons, and you can actually change the tone and the pitch of the particular character that you would like to select. So I selected the chipmunk, and you can see a red icon that has the ability for me to record my voice. So I can record, and you've got this little tick-tock. I can get rid of that. As you can see, it's affecting my recording. I can select on that blue little triangle and now you notice that it's gone and it's just my voice. I hit on stop, or I could hit record again and it will stop. I can play back.
I can get rid of that. As you can see, it's affecting my recording. I can select on that blue little triangle and now you notice that it's gone.
So you can see that I can play it back and it's set in a little chipmunk voice, which is cute. If I don't want it, which I don't, I can tap and hold, double tap, and I can actually choose to delete that track if I would like to, or I can hit split, which means that I can split the clip there where I would like to chop it, chop, 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 chop if I would like to. Now that it's split, I can just delete that part if I wanted to. So again, double tap, split. Well, I don't want to split it there, so why did I do that?
Blue triangle and now you notice that it's gone.
So, goodness me. Bring the toggle where I want it to be chopped, which is about there, and double tap, split, chop, and I can delete this part here. There are other options, but again, if you would like to explore them, feel free to explore. But you can see how I can click and drag, but just by tapping my finger and moving the toggle as well, or hitting this button up here, the arrow with the line in it, to move my toggle back to the very beginning. I can add more tracks by hitting the plus button there, and I can add a different voice if I would like to. Move that toggle where I'd like the new voice to start, because obviously we don't want all the sounds happening at the exact time, so we want a new starting point.
That blue little triangle and now you notice that it's gone.
And I am a spaceship. So now I've got my two tracks, my chipmunk.
That blue little triangle and now you notice that it's gone.
And there we go, we've got two sound effects. One last thing I want to show you is the loops icon. So you can see a little loop icon on the top right hand corner. If I tap on that, I've got audio files that I've made in the past, Apple Loops is my favourite little thing that I've got going. I can tap just to preview the music and tap again to stop. I can hit the love heart, so if I do have my favourites, I can click on the love heart and it just makes it easy to find the ones that I really like, as well as if I want particular instrumentals, I can just tap and it will come up with what I'm actually looking for. If I do want to select one, I like that, click and hold, and then you can drag it, and I always like to drag it onto a new track, a new layer. I don't like it looping that many times, so I just hold and I can tap and I drag it to where I would like it to be. And if we play that again, as you notice, it's a little bit overwhelming. So the last thing I'm going to show you is just to reduce the volume of that particular track. So as you see, I've selected the lines with the little indicators on them, and I'm just going to lower the track volume, and you can see that it only applies to the one that's highlighted. That's the only one that I'm reducing the volume to. So when I go and play it, and you know that the track is a lot quieter than before. So you can play around with the different buttons and explore all the different options. The last thing I'm going to show you now, if I go back to my song, and this is the project, I can easily go back into it if I want to keep on working on it. But if I'm happy with it, I want to finish it, I can hit the select button on the top right hand corner. I select the project I would like to finish or export, and I can click on the little share icon at the top left hand corner. And I have several different options. You can send it to your file, send it to your ringtone, send it to iTunes, or you can send it to any OneDrive or Google Drive or any other sharing folders that you have on your iPad. Preferably, and what I'm going to do in this case is that I can copy it to iMovie, which means I can add like a slideshow to it. So say for example, I want to make a recording of a particular beat or particular music or my own voice, and I wanted to put it in condition, put some pictures with it as well to complement that, then I could just do it all in iMovie, and it saves a lot of little hassle coming about that. So that's all you need to do. So thank you for watching.